Welcome to Chibuzor Mathphysics. In today's video, we shall be taking this second question on probability and statistics. Like I promised, though I must admit that this question needs more of logic and critical thinking in order to figure out how to do this. It really takes my time, but here we are. Let's deal with it. So a surveyor that consisted of 3 public secondary schools in a particular county found out that on average 3, 4, and 5 teachers were absent from duty every day. 2 of these schools were selected at random without replacement. So let us represent the sum of the number of teachers absent in the 2 schools selected. So what are we going to do? We are to determine the probability distribution of X. So things to note. We need to note that 3 public secondary schools in a particular county found out that on average of 3, 4, and 5. Then we also need to note that 2 of these schools were selected at random without replacement. This will help us to answer this question. So let's have our table in order to find out and determine the probability distribution of X. Of course, we are told that X will represent the sum of the number of teachers absent in the 2 schools. So we are going to have our outcome. We are going to have our X as indicated to represent the sum of the number of teachers, and we know sum is addition. We also have the probability of X. So the first thing to consider is that 2 of these schools were selected at random without replacement. 2 meaning we can take the first 2 schools in terms of on average you have 3, 4, and 5 teachers who were absent. So let's consider the first 2, so which is 3 and 4. Let that be our outcome. But since we are talking of now, it is 2 of these schools selected without replacement, and we are to determine the probability distribution of X. So X here, if we take the sum of these 2 numbers, we simply have 7. This is 7. Of course, since it is a total of 3 public schools, so it will be simply 1/3. That will be the probability, because we're looking at a survey that consists of 3 public secondary schools. So the probability of X is simply 1/3. Now the second outcome would be we are using these 3 and 4 to find the probability distribution of X, because we know that 2 of these schools were selected at random without replacement. So if we take 3 and 4, we are left with 5. So we are going to use these 2 schools to evaluate and determine that probability. Simply take 3 and add with the remaining 5. Take 4 and add with the remaining 5. That will give us a complete outcome. So we have 3 plus this will be 3 plus 5, because we know we have 3 and 5. The next outcome will simply be 4 and 5. So 3 plus 5 here will give you 8. And still it is we are looking at 3 public schools, so it is 1/3. 4 and 5 will give us 9. So we are looking at 3 public schools, 1/3. So this will be our probability distribution table. Of course, we are trying to determine the probability distribution of X. So this table will answer the first question. Let's have it to it. So this is what we have in the first question. Let's consider the second question in this problem. We are to now find the probability of x greater than 5. Sorry, x less than 5. So the probability of x less than 5, this question, if we look at the table that we have in the previous question, we know that we have the probability of x when x is 7, when x is 8, and when x is 9. So it means we don't have any probability we don't have any probability here that says that x is less than 5. So anything less than 7 in this probability is simply 0. If we are to find the probability when x is less than 8, we should have taken the probability when x is 7, and that we should have evaluated using 1/3. But now we are to find the probability when x is less than 5. So such probability does not exist in this table. It simply means that the probability when x is less than 5 will give us 0. So 0 will be the solution to this question. It's as simple as that. The third one, we are to find the probability when x is greater than or equal to 8. Now we are to find the probability when x is greater than or equal to 8. It simply means that we are going to take the probability when x is 8 and the probability when x is 9, because it is greater than or equal to 8. So it means 8 is included and 9 is also included. So here the solution would be we are going to take the probability when x is equal to 8 plus the probability when x is equal to 9. This will simply be 1/3, because we know when x is equal to 8, it is simply 1/3. When it is 9, it is also 1/3. So what is the probability when it is 9? So if it is 9 plus 1/3, therefore our solution will be 1/3 plus 1/3. This will give us 2/3, and this will be the second solution. Now we are also to find the probability of the sum. The sum is odd. The sum is odd. You know what we mean when we say odd number and even number. When you have, these are even numbers. When you have 3, you have 5, you have 7, you have 9, all these are odd numbers. So when the sum is odd, we simply refer to our table. When the sum is odd, we have 7 and then we have 9. So 9 and 7 are odd numbers. So we find the probability of that too. So this simply be equal to the probability of x equal to 7 plus the probability of x equal to 9. Of course, if we put this together, we'll get when it is 7, it is 1/3, and when it is 9, it is also 1/3. So our solution also remains 2/3, and this is our solution to this question. And this is how we handle questions in terms of probability and statistics. Hope you enjoyed the video. Do well to click and add your comment on the comment section below so that we see and respond to your questions. Otherwise, see you in our next video. Calabash.